Lessons you've learned. Sunil, I think I said it. Cash, always have to have cash. So top things I've learned is to be patient, which is not my nature. So I have to kind of learn, right? Patience, kind of zooming out. That's number one. Number two, cash is the king. And number three, if you're trading options, treat them as stocks, right? That's why I said options are derivative of stocks. What does that mean? I use options as a stock substitution, right? But still, for me to have 40%, this is a common mistake. We're all make mistake of this. But if I say 40% cash, let's say you have $10,000 account, right? You have $10,000 account, right? And let's say you wanted to trade QQQ, right? One contract of QQQ is $27,000, right? So you go in and you sell one contract, and it could be spread. Maybe like we have what do we have? 280. We have 280, right? 260 put spread right now, credit put spread, right? Well, 280 to 260 put spread, right? By different, you're still tied $27,000, right? And I think that's a mistake, right? To have 27,000 on the $10,000 account, you don't have 40% of your portfolio in cash. As a matter of fact, everything is, my definition, everything is tied into equity market. You don't have a luxury to buy, right? If we have a sudden move to 260, well, here you have 20 times one, right? 20 times one contract is $2,000. So then it's okay. But let's say you have 4 of these contracts, right? You have 4 of these contracts, right? Then you don't have 40% of your cash. You have $8,000. So one thing that I learned, and most common mistakes that, and same thing, whether you're buying debit spread or credit spread, you always have to think about how much, especially people who sell short puts, out of the money puts, right? If you're selling out of the money puts, whatever that strike is, right? You don't know where the bottom is. You sold one contract of QQQ put, you own $27,000 of QQ. No matter how you slice it or dice it, that is the biggest mistake most traders make, including myself, right? That is the biggest mistake. You don't have 40% of your portfolio in cash, right? I have this argument with my cousin always. He's like, I have 40% of my portfolio in cash because I look at my balances and it says 40% cash. Just because your balances says 40% cash, when market moves down 10%, all of a sudden you only have 20% in cash. Why? Well, because your short position is going against you in very rapid move. So it's all about, options equals stocks. It's the same conversation about size, right? Size does matter, right? Some people think size does not matter. I think size does matter, right? So size is extremely important, right? And to me, especially if you stock trader, well, you can really, then yes, if it says 40% cash, you're 40% cash. There's no other way to interpret that number. A lot of you are trading options, right? A lot of us are trading options. Well, then, to me, the options could be great because they give you leverage, but the reverse is also true. They could be horrible, especially in the bear market, when you are, selling, credit put spreads, right, or credit call spreads. Buying calls, same thing, right? At least if you're buying out of the money call, if you spend however much you spend on that long call, at least I mean, a majority of the time it will expire worthless, but at least you know what your maximum loss is, right? So always treat option as a stock, right? Translate. So for that reason, when you trade options on the $10,000 account environment, on a $10,000 account, I would just do one contract. I don't care what you trade in, $20 stock, $80 stock. I either do one contract or don't do anything, right? On the $10,000 account, maybe you can sell one contract of QQQ put spread, right? Maybe that's not the right strategy for your account size. right? You hear a lot of strategies on, on CNBC, on Bloomberg, on newsletter. They say, go sell this, buy that. Well, they making a general recommendation, right, or general idea that might not be optimal for your account size, right? So something, especially on the smaller accounts, right? So just trade one contract until you get really comfortable. Always treat options as stocks. I think this is the most important rules I learned in the past 25 years. It took me 25 years to learn it. I'm still learning, but this is a work in progress, right? This is work in progress, and the more experience you have, the more mistakes you learn on your mistakes, on other people's mistakes. It has to be engraved in your mind. That's why you have to physically write it in a journal every single day. Write these 3 things down: patience, patience, patience. Wait till end of day, whatever the exercises are. But that's what you do.